Here we are in section 5-4 exercises numbers 1 through 5. Number 1, we're going to translate this into an equation with a variable. So notice 45 is 12 more than 3 times a number. What is the number? That is our variable right there. We're going to use an n. Now, here we have 45 is. Let's translate that. 45 is means equals. 12 is the number 12 more than. That's a plus sign. 12 more than 3 times a number. That's 3 times n. There's our equation. 45 equals 12 plus 3n. Now we've turned it into an equation. Solve for it. Can we simplify anymore? Do we have any parentheses or many n's? No. So we get rid of the addition subtraction. Subtract 12 from both sides. And we get 33 equals 3n. Divide by the 3. Yep, right on. N equals 11. Good deal. Next one, number 2. 25 less than 7 times the number is 108. What is the number? Yep, that's our variable right there. It's going to be the n. We've got a 7n right there. Now, this says 25 less than. Now, remember, 25 less than, it is a subtraction sign, but it means subtracted from. That's a better way of thinking about it. 25 less than something means you start at that thing and then subtract 25 from it. So this is coming over here like this, minus 25. 7n minus 25 is 108. And that's how you get 25 less than something, is you subtract 25 from it. So let's write that over here. 7n minus 25 equals 108. Oh, we've got an equation now. Let's simplify it. No parentheses. Not many n's, so we're down here. Get rid of the subtraction by adding 25. Add 25. 7n equals 133. I think those two added together. So divide by 7. Divide by 7. That's not in my times tables there. Let's do it by hand. 133 divided by 7. Hope this comes out nice. 7 goes into 13 once. 1 times 7 is 7. Subtract it and we get a 6. Drop down the 3. 7 into 63 is 9. 9 times 7 is 63. It comes out evenly. Yes. N equals 19. Good. Number 3. Find the area of the shaded region. Now, you know the shaded area here is the circle sucking out the rectangle. So let's do that. We're going to have the area of the circle, which is going to be all of this, where you got area equals pi r squared. So we're going to have to find that area, and we're going to subtract out or suck out that rectangle inside, which is a 5 by 8, which area in this case is length times width. So we're going to have, oh, we need a radius of this circle. Well, we've got this 15 down here, which tells us if we start in the center of the circle and go halfway, that's a 7.5. Yeah, so this is pi times 7.5 to the second power. That's interesting. That's the area there. And then this area is just 8 times 5, length times width. So that's just 40. So that's nice. This one's going to be a little bit tougher. Pi times 7.5 squared. We could use a calculator in this one, right? We should use a calculator. Good deal. Okay. Pi times 7.5 to the second power. That's 176.7145. So 715. And we're going to subtract off 40. And we get this equals 136.7. Well, 1. We'll keep it at 1. 7145. Okay. And this is going to be in, remember, area is these little square patches. So this is in centimeters to the second power. Centimeters squared is the unit. And there we go. Number 4. If a parallelogram, so a parallelogram looks like this, has an area, so that's area is going to be 107.4 centimeters squared, yeah, like an area does, and a base, that's the B, How tall is it? So that means h. H is going to be our variable. So there's a formula. You remember, it has an a and a b and an h here. And the formula is area equals base times height. You don't use base times the other side. All right, so the base is 6, so 107.4 equals 6 times h. And hey, look, we have an equation. We're over here. Solve it. Simplify it. No parentheses, not many h's. Add or subtract anything. We can't. The term with h is already by itself, so just divide by 6. We only had one step. That's good. That is something we're going to have to do by hand. 107.4 divided by 6. 6 goes into 10 once. 1 times 6 is 6. 4 drop down to 7. 6 goes into 47. 8 times, not quite 8 times. 7 times, which gives us a 42. Subtract and we get a 5. Pull down, drop down the decimal. 4, 6 goes into 54. Oh, it goes in nicely at 9. 9 is 54. Subtract, we get a 0. So 17.9 on the dot. H equals 17.9. Fantastic. Okay, last one. Find the missing variable for a trapezoid. Now, a trapezoid, kind of like a parallelogram, except these two sides are different. We had A, B, this was D. The H is still vertical, just like the parallelogram, and then there's a capital B down here. And the formula for area was a little bit tricky. You had 1/2 H capital B plus B. So yeah, that area is not as obvious on how to do it. So let's go ahead and stick those in. We got 68 for A. Okay, so we got 68 equals, oh, let's write it right underneath there. 68 equals 1/2 times H, which is 4, times big B plus a little b. Oh, big B is 21. Big B is 21 plus the little b, which we don't know. And so that's our variable that we're trying to get by itself. So let's write it up here. 68 equals 1/2 times 4. That's nice. 2. And that's a 21 plus a little b. Okay. So we have an equation. Woohoo! Let's solve it. Simplify. Do we have parentheses? We do have parentheses. So let's jump that in. 68 equals 42 plus 2b. Okay, now we add or subtract to get the b closer by itself. So subtract 42 from both sides. We get 2b equals 26. Divide by 2, divide by 2. B is going to equal 26 divided by 2. That is 13. Comes out nice. 13 feet. Excellent.